Hey blog buddies, so after my week and a half in Thailand, I am now back in Rhode Island, and when I was flying back, I flew back through Hong Kong. I had a layover there, which I thought was for 2.5 hours, but it turns out there was actually a time change between Bangkok and Hong Kong, who knew? And so my layover was only an hour and a half, which I didn't realize until 10 minutes before my flight left. So I ran to the flight, and when I got there, there was no one like waiting to board the plane. Like everyone was already on board. There was one stewardess still outside, and she was like, "Where's your passport? Where's your ticket?" So I like pulled it out, and then I showed it to her, and she's like, "Run, run! You have to catch the plane, run!" So I ran down the thing to the plane. I got on the plane. The door shut behind me. I like sat in my seat, and I was like shaking, because if you miss your flight, it was a flight from Hong Kong to Toronto. If you miss that flight, like you're in Hong Kong for at least a day, if not 2 or 3, like you're there. So I was really happy that I caught my plane, but I was like really shaken up. And so I like get to my seat, and the 2 women next to me were Chinese, speaking Chinese to each other. And I'm like shaking and like just wanting to have a breakdown. And so the flight attendant comes over, and she's talking to the 2 women in Chinese, and she's giving them like a menu and immigration forms for Canada. And then she looks at me and she goes, and I'm looking at her, and I'm going, and I'm like thinking, is she trying to figure out if she should speak to me in English or in Mandarin or what? And then she goes, "Do you make YouTube videos?" And I was like, "Excuse me?" And she goes, do you make YouTube videos?" And I go, "Oh yeah, I do make YouTube videos." And she goes, "Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God." And then she like looks around. She's like looking around as if like, does anyone else realize who this is? Like, "Oh my God. Oh my God." And then she like walks away. I'm like, can I have my menu? Like, she's like, I'm so sorry. And she just like walks away. It was so funny. And then for the rest of the flight, like every time I opened my eyes, she was there with like a bottle of water. She gave me like a pillow from first class. Obviously I was flying in coach in like the very back of the plane. And she like brings me this pillow from first class and like a toothbrush with toothpaste. And she was like, I'm thinking to myself, like, this is not my typical demographic of like viewer. I'm not, you know. And so she says to me, she goes, "You know, I have a lot of friends back home in Taiwan that are in your group." And I'm like, "That are in my group? Like, you mean that are gay?" And she's like, yeah. I was like, well, it's not really a group. There's no membership, you know. We don't have little cards. And she was like, "Can I take a picture with you?" So we go to the back of the plane, and her friend's like already waiting there with the camera, who is also a stewardess. And we like close the curtain behind her, and she like throws both arms around me, like throws her leg up on me. She's like, and we took a picture, and I went back to my seat, and it was really cute. She was telling me that like, she's like, "You're so famous in Taiwan." And I'm like, really? Like, am I really? That's very flattering, but somehow I think that might be a little exaggerated. Anyway, so, and then she gave me a bottle of wine. And I was like, clearly you're not a good blog buddy, because if you were, you would know that I don't drink alcohol, but it made a good regifting at any rate. So the moral of the story is, I guess I'm big in Asia, or at least Taiwan. So a big shout out to all the Taiwanese blog buddies. It was really cute. So that's my story. Back in Rhode Island, and I'm here for a month, and then heading to San Diego, which I think is like the headquarters for like Corbin Fisher and Sean Cody. So I think that's going to be very interesting. I love you guys. I will talk to you soon. Peace out.